Well, everybody, we have gathered around the table here today to speak about a few things. Vinland Saga Chapter 106. Vinland Saga 100... No? Did you know, guys? We're actually up to 206. And 200... Shut up! I don't know which one it was, but I'm not finished yet. 207.
Oh, this is the worst intro you've ever done. You should retake it.
And 208.
This is awful.
And here... Shut up, Bacon. Now you made me fuck it up. Can you believe that? I was going to do a whole thing about how we're actually here to talk about trans discourse and not the chapters, and it was going to be funny, but now you ruined it. Jarkey Bacon, everybody.
Well, hey, it's me. I'm here. Hello.
And EliteAri is here too.
Hi everyone, I love Vinland Saga. Remember when I went through it with Jarkey Bacon like 2 years ago? It was awesome.
Oh, sick. That was the best. But I don't share his sentiments. I don't like Vinland Saga. Do you think Vinland Saga was the anime of the year last year, Bacon? You wanna say something about that topic?
Yeah, dude. I was voting on it every day for my Crunchyroll awards.
Oh my god, he's subtweeting right now.
Moderator.
He's subtweeting his good friend. Our relationship is being ruined right now. Right as we see it.
Dude, we've been in the trenches today together trying to moderate the Reddit.
Oh my god, and now there's a vacuum happening.
I know, exactly. It's got its own first Jova.
Should we explain when anyone
if you guys can hear the vacuum in the background or not?
What that was about? But only when you speak, Bacon. It's okay. All you gotta do is shut up. Anyway, EliteAri, that means you gotta carry this this Vinland Saga discussion. You want to do that?
All right, so we are covering Chapter 206, 1,000 Year Voyage, Part 15, Chapter 207, 1,000 Year Voyage, Part 16, and Chapter 2008, 1,000 Year Voyage, Part
2008, huh? That's a good chapter number.
Whatever.
One Piece.
Thank you for being. I'm glad we have someone that's professional here. That's what they're doing.
We bleed professionalism here. Well, you know, I was gone for 3 months, so that means that 2 or 3 Vinland Saga chapters happened. No, 2 happened in that time because, you know, Yukimura is lazy and unconfident and a piece of shit all around. You know, you ever seen him on Twitter being horrible and stuff? We're going to get to its piece of shit antics when we talk about trans people in a second.
Boo-hoo, my family's got the flu or whatever, something like that. Just man up.
Yeah, just flex. Like Cordelia and get over your health issues.
I thought this guy was meant to be the GOAT. Clearly not. If he's going to be beaten by like some virus or something.
Not ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Hey, you should have made fun of Mira for dying of some shitty disease to make fun of me. Bacon doesn't have the balls. Only Sicklet has the balls. Where's Sicklet? He would have the correct opinion on Vinland Saga. Now, what was I saying? Yeah. Oh, I was gone for 3 months, so we let some chapters build up, so you haven't seen a chapter review on Secondary ENT for a while, and I've got some sad news, because this is going to be the only one for another 3 months, and then we'll be back. And Vinland Saga might be over by then. It's got like 2 chapters left. Bacon's always telling us he's a liar, but that's besides the point. So yeah, don't expect... This is your...
I don't know why I've been given this moniker.
Yes.
This is this fake news.
Nope.
There's no way. Yeah, dude, my prediction isn't even... We got 10 chapters left. My prediction. Actually, no, I said 214 to 16. I think I said that's my big brain prediction 4 years ago. I think. So we'll see.
Didn't you hear, Bacon? We're up to 2000 and something.
Oh, true.
He's so stupid. True. Let's make fun of him for his mistakes. Anyways, Vinland, don't be anticipating next month unless EliteAri and Jarkey Bacon want to do it themselves and abandon me, which they're contractually obligated not to do. There's not going to be another Vinland Saga one for a while.
We've got good manga to read, like Jujutsu Kaisen. That's going to be sick.
Oh, yeah. These 2 losers are going to do that soon. That's embarrassing.
Oh, man. Yeah, I should go to the manga store today, actually.
Oh, my God. Jarkey Bacon's buying physical manga, guys. That's embarrassing. I read mine on Magacy.com. All of the manga you can ever get in your life.
I've had the Magacy tab for JJK Zero open. I was like, you know what? I'll buy JJK Zero. And it's its own thing, and if it's like bad and not worth it, then I'll just keep on reading, on whatever.
Yeah, I know about JJK Zero. It's like the prequel, but it also came out first or something. It's crazy.
Unlike Yukimura, who definitely needs more money, so please buy Vinland Saga.
I need more money. Where's my money? Jarkey Bacon's giving me money sometimes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. I've done YouTube for 10 years and I've made like so little money. The most money I've made is editing for you, Carl. That's literally it. Like
I'm a job creator. I'm good for the economy.
I was like, someone needs to pay me for my work, man. Good grief.
Brexit ruined the British economy. I fixed it.
Yeah, true. Helping this sinking small business keep afloat.
Sinking island over there. It's embarrassing.
It's unbelievable. And then I get no views. Unbelievable. This is the thing. I'm like spending too much time, and then I try and engineer the perfect algorithm video. It gets 1.5k views, and it's like dead now. I'm a big sad.
And that's like a whole stadium.
To be fair, actually 1.5k is actually pretty good for my channel.
It's also not
it was so sad when I uploaded my Attack on Titan thing, and then you were like, "How about I show you how to do it?" And I was like,
"Yep."
I was like, "Dude, I'm popping off," and then I think I messaged you. I was like, "All right, I'm going up. It's hit the algorithm. I'm on like 1,000 views," and I was just like, "Nice." And like, also, I'm like on like 10k, 50k now. I'm just like, "Oh, okay, that's nice."
Did you feel bad bringing it up to him, EliteAri? Be honest.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Dude, I think I probably asked for it. I was like, dude,
all I had gratitude for Bacon for making me force me to make this video.
Yeah, I got out of that one.
I should have put less effort in mine.
True.
Though, okay, mine had a great meme in it, though. That was good.
True.
Then Carl didn't put me on his... Oh, yeah, Carl, what's happening to your video of the year list?
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's coming, Bacon. Don't worry. I recorded the introduction like 5 days ago, and then I was going to record one part each day, and then I haven't done a single thing since.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I got till the 10th,
Sometimes you just got to do it at the moment.
That's when I'm flying. Yeah, that's when I'm flying away.
Well, I've got the podcast to do, and that's not happening in January, is it now? Anyway, we're going to have to re-record it, because...
Oh, no.
Record some bits, because we were tired, and we're like, it's not the best. We do have one thing where we just dunk on it for 10 minutes, which is very funny. But I just hope no fans who actually really like the series watch it, because then they'll feel bad. But it's funny.
I like making people feel bad. That's what I'm going to do here today.
Yeah, because we're talking about
Vinland Saga.
Wait, what chapters are we doing, Bacon?
We are doing chapter 206, 1,000 Year Voyage, part 15, 2000. What? I didn't say 2000.
I didn't make that mistake.
How embarrassing. God.
Dude, we are truly, I'm truly a naughty's kid, aren't I? I just can't, we're too young for this. I can't think of 206.
Yeah.
Why never I ever said 206? What happened in 206 CE?
BC?
I've never said that number in your whole life.
Jesus was not alive. Actually, EliteAri, Jesus was always alive in your heart. That's what Jarkey Bacon told me.
Right.
Yeah, I was in a...
Want to talk about embarrassing? Let's get into Jarkey Bacon,
I know. Let's talk about embarrassing and then get into controversy. Anyway, Kyle, what do you think about these chapters? Because
No. Before we do that, I guess we could just talk about that first. I was going to say we got to talk about what happened last time first.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So what happened in 205, Jarkey Bacon?
205. Okay. Well,
there was a meeting.
What happened was they were having a meeting, but I said some problematic stuff about having her as a wife, and then Einar got mad, and Thorfinn said they'd leave Vinland, and then a bear man was like, "This is going to be bad," and then we cut, and we're like. We see this picture and we're like, oh, wait, they're already there. And you're like, oh, no, it's actually something different in chapter 206.
Yes.
Anyway.
Overall thoughts, EliteAri?
No.
Yeah,
okay, so the chapters that I'm giving my overall thoughts for include the Cordelia with the, broken off, what do you call them? Lanu people. And we also have Gudrun getting pregnant or giving birth, and then we also have Thorfinn kind of fighting them. That's the main stuff that happens, right, in these chapters?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the night attack, and then
let me think. I guess I like them. I mean, no matter what, I like all these chapters. I don't think anything. I guess besides the latest chapter, nothing really stood out too much. I love the Cordelia stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're kind of we're waiting for stuff to happen, and it kind of built up for the third chapter here, the latest one. So I like it that
Yeah.
I like that one. Yeah.
It's tough because like when it's gonna be over. Like this is good. This is like the adrenaline, like thrilling, like oh my word, it's actually happening. But then we have to wait like a while, so you kind of cool down. But I'm like, I feel like I'm like a drug addict because every single time I like read some Vinland Saga, I get like so into it. Like, and it's only like it's like 20 pages long or something. But yeah, I was like sweating. I was like, see these guys out here and all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, of course, I'm a fan of it because that's my job here. And Carl, resident hater.
I thought it was okay. Thumbs up.
6 okay or like
I don't know, like whatever Vinland Saga usually is okay.
8 out of 10. Nice.
I think it's a 9. But anyways, I don't know if these chapters are a 9, you know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure I'll recall as we go through page by page to discuss the happenings. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
On page 200, no, that's a chapter, 206, it opens with alliteration, everybody. A creeping crisis.
Ooh.
That's foreboding.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Linu warriors, and they're in the village, and they're fucking shit up. And Gudrid's, like, pregnant and stuff, and she's having a baby. That's crazy. And her, like, naked thighs are here. That was a little explicit for Vinland Saga. I wasn't sure how comfortable I was with that.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because like I remember opening this page and I was like, oh, like you kind of like, oh my word, it's happening. Oh, this is crazy. And they're like, wait, Gudrid's actually giving birth. Finally, we've been like waiting for like ever. And then, to be fair, it's not for it. It was like what chapter 191. That's when she revealed, "No, oh, I'm pregnant." And then, then you have these like random ladies, and they're like. Cordelia, you're not a woman. Go outside and do something manly. And you're like, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's not like, cool, right, EliteAri?
Not cool at all.
Don't worry.
And then you're like, man, we have a cute scene, a super cute scene with Carly and Cordelia. And it's like, oh, this is so sweet. And then you're just like, this is really cute. And then you have this like change where you're like, you see the guy getting killed. And like, oh my word! And then the art goes super hard. It's like all these. My favorite part about Vinland Saga is all the harsh shadows. I'm like, this is so cool. It's like, oh.
Yeah, this guy was just like
get introduced to basically Lenu Garm, as they call him.
Yeah, he's got a weird face and he looks a little crazy and stuff, so he's cool.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a trans flag on his face. Which, we appreciate.
Yes, we appreciate, right, EliteAri?
Yep.
Yes. This is a good bit. I like this bit. Anyway, I had something to say about Jarkey Bacon's talking about finally she's given birth, and I was like, man, she was pregnant like only last chapter. Like, not that she was still pregnant, but like I thought that was revealed last chapter. So reading things month to month and then forgetting about them and then remembering them next month when you read a chapter is a bad way to read manga. We should not be doing this. I say this every Chainsaw Man chapter review.
Yeah.
Except that's not even.
Well, Chainsaw Man that's weekly, right? Or is that every other week?
Weekly or bi-weekly, depending on his mood.
Okay.
But
how many pages is it? Like 18 pages.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably something like that. Manga was not episodic, alright? You're supposed to read it all in one sitting.
Unless it is episodic, then you can read it in one sitting.
Or if you're paying attention properly, like Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
What about you, EliteAri?
I think the art's really good in this. I don't know. I just love all the details.
That's usually good, you know. Whatever. EliteAri, did you? What was your reaction to the pregnancy? I'm pretty sure Jarkey Bacon's freaking out. All these Vinland Saga fans are freaking out. They think it's a big deal or something. I'm sure I saw Mia on Twitter freaking out. Were you freaking out?
Not particularly.
Me neither. You're cool. EliteAri.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, oh yeah, cool. She might give birth. She might die. I don't know.
Well, you guys are Eren and Mikasa stands, so yeah, pregnancy. You don't really care about that.
One of those things.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All the Vinland Saga fans were like, all the Attack on Titan fans were like, wow, Yukimura's
Was that a diss
doing it.
at Mikas's lack of pregnancy? What did he just say, EliteAri?
I'm making fun of Historia.
Yeah, he's making fun of the thing that did it first, you know, which is Historia being pregnant. But now Vinland Saga's copying it, so yeah.
Yeah, true. Didn't exist before. Before Attack on Titan, that's for sure.
Remember when Casca was pregnant? That was crazy. Spoiler.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she birthed the demon thing, and Griffith's cum ruined it, and then it made a little demon fetus that's in the Black Swordsman arc, and existed before Casca did. Remember? And then he saves Casca all the time, and then he becomes a Moonlight Child.
That sentence you said there just reminds me why Berserk is just...
Remember when you see the cum leaking out of Casca after she gets raped? That's crazy.
No, I don't remember any of this. Jesus. Okay.
Well, you know, fake fans of Berserk. That's all I got to say.
Dude, I never said I was a fan.
No.
That's for sure.
Oh, there's a dead lady in here too, and this fella's looking for the big knife. You know, everybody wants the big scoop, the big knife. We love it.
Yeah.
That's motivation. Can you believe it? Murder just for a big knife. Vinland Saga shakes its finger at this violence. Or does it?
Oh yeah, that's a wooden place sword. I was about to say they're looking for a sword, and then it looks like in the background of the panels there's a sword.
That'd be funny if they just missed it. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be very funny.
But anyway, they set it on. Yeah. They set it aflame, Jarkey Bacon. Fire. You like fire?
Like, this is metal. Metal's crazy. I do love this though. It's like stuff you take for granted, and it's like showing how interested they're in it. And they're looking at all like, then they have like the weaving. Like, that's really cool details. I think it's just kind of crazy how good it is. Looking back at the chapter, I didn't kind of clock at the time, but like Yukimura, sometimes it's like it's not like it's bad, but it's like weaker. And then here you're just like, man, it's good. He's going to fall out.
Jarkey Bacon talking about clocking in this episode where we're talking about trans people. I'm just readjusting my shirt here, like I'm nervous. Yikers, yikers.
You're the most problematic person here. This is no.
I love the trans people. I just tell people to kill themselves sometimes. That doesn't make me problematic. That makes me an ally.
Well,
anyway, I'm trying to read these fucking panels.
Say something there.
Go ahead, Jarkey Bacon, say it.
Well, thank you, all viewers have dropped by for this very interesting talk where we forget what was actually written.
That's all Jarkey Bacon had to say.
All right, let me say Bacon is wrong when he said that Yukimura sometimes has mid art. I think his art has been consistently fantastic ever since the start of this Vinland arc. I don't think I've ever seen a chapter where I'm like, oh, that wasn't as good as the other chapter. I think they're all really great.
Oh, so the Baltic Sea War sucked.
I think it stepped up greatly when it maybe it was because I like read a different scanning thing or something, but I remember thinking, wow, this has really stepped up when I remember that chapter with Old Leaf. I was like, wow, this looks really good.
Yeah, no, that's true. There was like a couple just before then. I was like, that looked a bit odd. And then like sometimes he'll like copy a panel face. Like I guess you can see with the woman here, like there's like one picture and then kind of slightly just there.
Miller the Killer would not like that. My goodness.
No. But then Miller the Killer likes One Piece, so I don't really trust his opinion.
Oh, I love One Piece. It's my favorite manga of all time. Monkey D. Luffy would sort this fella out real quick.
Gauki.
You wouldn't be afraid to kill him.
I call him.
Oh, is that his
name? I
name?
like to call him Goopy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah. I am liking his facial expressions though. There's lots of cool like little gestures that he does. Yeah, they just got all the metal stuff outside, and then they're like, "Oh, here's the cool technology."
Do you think this? Do you think this Garm guy is gonna be Ivar's like antithesis or whatever? Like they're gonna be the pairing of people who like this will resolve Ivar's storyline.
It's gonna be his final fight of the series. Just like if we can speak in One Piece
once we get onto that chapter. Once we get onto that chapter, I don't know. Like, do you want to talk about it all? I mean, I guess.
Wait, did they fight and I forgot?
Well, they're teasing it at the end. You stupid idiot.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, in the last chapter, it's like, oh, I'm trying to find the sword. This is what I'm trying to do. Let's burn this place and make a big show of it. So then the Norse come to us and bring the sword because they want to fight with the sword, and that's what I was just done. So they're surely going to meet up on their way when they're like, nah, See you later, Cordelia. We don't need that. We don't want to catch them hands, you know. So
I feel like he's just gonna beat up Ivor in like 2 seconds, and we're gonna feel sympathy for him as he's getting cut up or something. And then Thorfinn's gonna come and save him, and he's gonna be like, "My little bro Thorfinn can really fight and stuff. Oh my god!" And it's gonna be so fucking sick.
He actually, he says it explicitly here. I feel about this, but it's like, what if we just burnt it up? And then he's like, "Oh, that would suck," like the sword. And then now the Nords are gonna come for us, and it's like, that's good. That's what we want. Let them come. Yeah. On that note, let's go treasure hunting some more. Another house.
We love One Piece and treasure hunting. God, it ties all back in. We're just so clever. The two of us, not EliteAri. Anyway, then we get a shot of Cordelia freaking out as they approach. What's going to happen there? We'll find out.
Little baby Carly in her arms. And Carly's mama. I don't know what happened to Carly's mama.
Oh, yeah, in the recent chapters, she was hiding at the back. You know, she knows what's up. And
you got Thorfinn.
And Nisquajija. No, that's the girl.
Just call me the shaman. Miss
Quipwikwe. Did I do good?
Yeah, you did great.
Thank you. So they're having a stare down. Wait, Jarkey Bacon, you're going to have to recap this. There's too much text and I don't remember.
Yeah, so basically, shaman dude's like, oh, I accept that Thorfinn wants to go. He's like, that makes sense. We'll give them time. And he kind of just assumes that the army will also listen to him. And then the general bear guy's like, that's not really how it works, buddy. We've come here. We expect loot. You know, we're amped up now.
We're sniffing for a fight.
We want. Yeah, we're not gonna just go to war, right? And so then, yeah, it kind of shows like the shaman kind of out of control for the first time in like the hierarchy of the El Nu, and then, you know, then the warriors start. I like this part because it shows like there is like actual like the natives, just because they're natives doesn't mean they're like, you know,
all on the same side.
Yeah, you know, that they're kind of shown to be, the warriors are shown to be stupid regardless if they're Norse or in Vinland, basically. So yeah.
Ooh, who just got a phone notification? Read it out. Whoever got it, read it out, Jarkey Bacon. What is it? Clash of Clans? Town halls updated completely?
No, it's an email.
Oh.
Email about a trip that I'm going on in April. So yeah,
that's crazy.
But it may be a country in the same latitude as you guys.
Latitude or longitude?
Longitude.
Longitude's probably around, and latitude is probably
longitude
up.
Horizontal.
I don't know.
Latitude is like ladder. Yeah, so yes, exactly, Ari.
Wait, did I get it? Oh, I'm so good. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have, you know, the boys fighting, and then Bug Eyes and the squad are running away with everybody, which is great. I mean, like the detail on the clothing, so cool. Look at that shoe. That's awesome.
I love shoes.
And these squadges. It's like run quick, and then you have this is like pretty big moment. That was actually like apparently kind of Twitter beef over this. Like people like hashtag I'm with Aina or Aina did nothing wrong kind of thing.
Yeah, he doesn't want to leave. He wants to fight, just like he betrayed Thorfinn's original ideals at the farm. I couldn't believe he did it. What a fucking hoe. Remember when I figured out I don't like Aina in our season 2 review?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
I was right. I accidentally zoomed in, and I don't know how to zoom out on the fucking stupid marker decks fucking thingy. So now I'm pissed off for real. So they got an argument, and then they nearly get arrowed. Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, and I guess this is worth talking about. Basically, Aina's making the points like, you know, Thorfinn's just made this decision for everybody.
Oh yeah, this shit.
He makes that decision for everybody, and so on. It's like it's not villains, not just Thorfinn, it's everybody.
Or not just your minions, bro. Shut up, Aina, you little bitch. He says that in the next chapter. He needs to know his place.
All right, what do you think?
I love this disagreement. I feel like I don't think there is anyone who's right or wrong. We have to see where this goes, because you know I love how Vinland Saga and Thorfinn is all about, you know, peace, no war, whatever. But now, what do? You know, and it's just so good. So I don't know who to side with, Bacon.
EliteAri's on the side of colonialism. That's pretty cool, bro. I know you love to
I
celebrate
think
Australia
I'm on
Day.
the side. No, I'm on the side of whatever is the most extreme position, which I think Thorfinn's is quite extreme here. So I am interested to see where it goes. I don't know. There's so many moving parts at this point. Like, what's going to happen? Because Einar's ahead of Thorfinn at this point. Like, he's running back first. What's
true. He's going to fuck it up.
into?
He's going to shut him out of the fort. It's going to be so cool. And his fucking baby's going to be out there. And Einar's going to be like, unless you say the thing, the baby stays outside and it doesn't get the medicine it needs to survive. And then he's going to be like, Einar, you bastard. And then he's going to run up the wall like he did in Chapter 1. It's a classic callback. And he's going to punch Einar. No, he's going to decapitate Einar like he did that other fella. Oh, it's going to be sick.
Yeah. It could be an interesting commentary on, like, Civil War or something. How it's like you will always have different sides. Like, you'll even have conflict within the people who don't want conflict or something. I don't know.
Civil Wars inside of Civil Wars? No, that's crazy. Now, I just uncovered a genius fact in Jarkey Break-In. Why didn't you go, oh, when I said it? The fort is just a Chapter 1 callback. Oh, I'm a genius.
What?
It's to bookend the series. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, crazy.
That's crazy.
What was the fort? About the French people?
It's the
French
idiot.
Idiot. My name's EliteAri. I watched the anime first, so I think that actually the fort was in episode 7. I love Vinland Saga's anime. I don't like the little countman.
That he knows which episode that is.
Was I right? Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's episode 7.
Fuck, I'm a genius. I got a great memory. I'm great with numbers. Never messed them up once.
I found a plot hole here. Bug Eyes is the first one to hear the arrow dude. I'm like, before Thorfinn's been shown to notice stuff, but Bug Eyes is the one that has to warn him.
That's a power scale issue.
I know, exactly. Unbelievable. It's not like Thorfinn was deep in thought in a conversation and maybe didn't notice.
He was distracted. He was nerved.
Heard it first.
Yeah.
See, when you're...
And then we get the guy shooting the arrow.
Is he going to take...
first bit of action.
I was going to make an arrow to the knee joke, Jarkey Bacon, but then you spoke over me.
Yeah.
You're a shame.
It's not 2011, bucko. That's 12 years ago.
I didn't know what an arrow to the knee was in 2011. I wasn't old enough. You people are old, and you disgust me. Anyway, this shit was fucking sick. Thorfinn was punching people again. It is everything I wanted in Vinland Saga. We even got a moment where somebody realized our favorite shonen trope of all time, Vinland Saga, my favorite shonen anime, where Niswajija is like, oh my god, Thorfinn's so strong and stuff. Just like when Goku punches somebody in Videl season.
That's what she was going to say in the anime.
She's going to say what?
Amazing, right?
Oh yes, Sugoi, my favorite Japanese word. Oh.
Sugurashi.
EliteAri speaks Japanese. It's embarrassing.
No, I don't.
He does it because he loves anime, so he can understand the sub as the dub. Now that's crazy.
So, as folks that are more familiar with shonen manga than I am, how would you rate,
I'm very familiar.
The action paneling, like compared to like a Chainsaw Man or JJK.
Well, I hate fights and everything, so Vinland Saga is pretty sick. He throws his code up and stuff, and then he gets an arrow to the tit. What a subversion on the old.
Yeah, like do you think it like conveys like the choreography pretty well? Like
there was one shot where he like kicks a dude in the head. Actually, kind of looks like a girl. That would have been sick if it was a girl. Thorfinn beats up women. EliteAri would love that. I would disavow it, obviously. And it looks like he kicked the head the wrong way or something. I remember thinking that. Is that what is? Are you trying to bring this up, Jarkey Bacon? Is this your great point? Or are you just leading us down a road to nowhere?
I'm just trying to get like your opinion on it, like because you guys know more about this.
I think it's great. I can't recall a time where I've ever been confused by it. Well, maybe it happened when I was doing the binge thing and we talked about it, but I don't recall anything. Like it happens sometimes in I think it happens a lot in My Hero Academia where I'm like, I don't know what's going on visually. It happened a lot in Attack on Titan. Like I remember when I was reading through the first time. Now I don't know if it'd be clear now that I have more context. And it sometimes happens in Chainsaw Man. But not too often in Chainsaw Man. I feel like over all of those, I think Vinland's probably the clearest. But it also has the least action, so I don't...
Oh my god, there's a callback to the fucking decapitation scene. Why didn't you say something? The one from episode 1. They literally did it again.
The first person.
Yeah, on page 5. That's crazy.
That's actually a great point. Well done, Carl.
I bet the look's even the same.
This is why we pay you the big bucks, Carl. I hadn't noticed that before, but yeah, that's cool. It's the same, like, going forward. I love, Thorfinn first person.
He's even got like a thing on his head, the little flower thingy. It's not a flower thingy, it's feathers. There's a difference.
And then Hild comes and saves him again. Classic.
Yeah, shoots him in the hand right when he's going to get stabbed. I was like, oh, that's sick, bro.
That's a callback to when, Thorfinn fought with the Jomsviking.
Yeah.
Early on into the Baltic Sea War, and Hild had to save him there.
I remember. EliteAri doesn't remember. It's embarrassing, but I remember. Go on, EliteAri. Say whether or not you actually do or don't remember.
Remember what?
When this happened in the Baltic Sea War?
I don't think I remember. Wait, what you're talking about the first person thing still?
No, we're talking about Hijinks saving him by shooting an arrow at a dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes,
yeah, from the Jomsvikings outside of Thorkell's camp, right? When they're at the market.
Yeah, it was at a market. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, that one. But then also when it's when he 1v10s the Jomsviking later after they're coming in and chasing him. Like early on, like 120.
Oh yeah,
129. Yeah.
I was like,
that.
Yeah, Hijinks should stay behind, but like, why would she be that with him? But she was probably like, I'm not letting him out of my sight. I am a dumb bitch, and my character sucks. She said that.
She was actually saving him because she wanted to apologize and didn't want to owe him anything, because
we're even.
She made the mistake in the market, and she's like, yeah.
Oh my God, we're bringing everything we've talked about together again. God, we're good.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Crazy.
Anyway, he's punching people, and it's fucking sick, and I love violence, and Hild's like, okay, I won't kill anybody. And Thorfinn's like, my rib just stopped the arrow. I got a broken rib, but I'm still super sick and cool and the greatest, so it's not a big deal. And then we get that Aina line about him being a little bitch pussy and doesn't realize he actually is totally a minion and nobody gives a fuck about him or his opinion about anything because he's never done anything in his life. He just cried over a girl this one time. He's pathetic. I hate him. Thorfinn's the goat. Where's Arnid? Why didn't Aina die?
Yeah.
Defend your boy, Jarkey Bacon. Go ahead.
I like that it was like, despite having disagreement, Aina still cares about him. Aina's always been the man that's like first to jump in front of Thorfinn and try and save him. But I can understand, like, as a best friend, it's like you're getting stressed out because your best bro's like keeps on putting himself in danger. It's like, you're telling us what to do. Like, can we not just like, why are you doing all this by yourself, basically? And then also Hild does a really cool thing and just snaps their bow in half with her bare hands. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I was looking at this panel. I was like, what the fuck is she doing? Or what is this bow looking like? So she snapped it. How come she do that?
So they can't fire it again.
Why didn't she just take it with her?
Well, because then, she's got a crossbow, man. She doesn't need their primitive arrows.
Oh, it's their bow. You said her bow.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
You're an embarrassment, Jarkey Bacon. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's cool. I like small gestures like that, and they're not talking about it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna snap these bows because I need to. It's like, just does it in the background, and you just notice it. It's cool.
EliteAri loves strong muscle women. It's his fetish, so he was freaking out about this.
Very true.
I hate when he just goes with it, Jarkey Bacon. It's no good. We're withdrawing only to avoid war, and he's got his hand over his heart, but it's also where his little injury is, so it's like, cool. He's doing his little pledge of allegiance, because we're in America, you know? Actually, we're in Canada. Shut up,
his heart would be on the other side, actually.
No. In Vinland Saga, the hearts are on the other side.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Actually, in Japan, it's right to left instead of left to right. Idiot. So you're wrong.
That is true.
Okay, they send him off, and then another arrow, and he dodges it real quick, and then they're gonna do a big fight, and they're going, "You go to the left, I go to the right." Remember when Vegeta and Goku and Griffith and Guts did this to Nosferatu Zod and a bunch of other guys from a bunch of other things?
Enemies became friends and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're going their separate ways.
We're probably gonna cut back to this. Yeah, we're probably gonna cut back to this in like, you know, after this next chapter. So
no, I bet we cut back and the bodies will just be surrounding them, and they'll just be saying, "We've got to get back," so we can skip the fights.
Dude, and then he's like, "I'm about to go Vinland Saga." And then he's gonna jump on them and stuff.
Then he's gonna be like, "Gudred." He's gonna have a sense that his baby was born. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
And then his baby was killed, and then he's gonna have another sense. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Then we cut back to Cordelia.
And where is the dog here? What happened to Kali's mama?
It ran away to hide. It's going to be revealed next chapter that it was underneath her coat the whole time. Then it would probably be full of puncture wounds. That wouldn't be good.
I was thinking about this. What happened to what happened to Kali's mama? I guess it's also inside. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah.
So Carl, you read this all together. What were you thinking? Were you worried for Cordelia?
I don't give a fuck about Cordelia, but I love trans people. So I was like, I don't know, probably not. Nobody dies in Vinland Saga, let's be honest here. Gudrid's having a baby and stuff. Oh my god, EliteAri, what if, like, in Chainsaw Man, this house does get it set on fire and everybody's dead? And I'm just like, Lamau, that ain't even real.
Yeah.
You're not... Did I say Jarkey Bacon?
Yeah, well, I'm covering for Ari here.
He just doesn't have any opinions on the great parallel I just made between our two review series, you know?
Well, you've also got to check the Discord.
Oh my god, where is he? Hold on, he thinks he's going to be subtle about this. I'm about to read it out in real time. Going bathroom, he says. I don't get notifications when I'm streaming.
You're in a flow.
I'm in stream. I just brought up a great Chainsaw Man comparison about how I heard it. Oh yeah, my name's EliteAri. I got wireless headphones. I'm gonna piss and listen to you at the same time. You're a whore, EliteAri.
True.
Say it was a genius point, and that we're not gonna care when Gudrid's in flames.
We're definitely gonna care because Gudrid is like the second best character in all of Vinland Saga.
Better than Mayawi.
It's nothing to do with Vinland Saga, Kyle. You're crazy.
Oh, yes. We're strictly Vinland Saga here. I understand.
Yeah, I don't think the house is going to catch fire. I don't think Gudrid's going to die.
They left already,
Maybe they'll call it Cordelia.
We got the resolution already. You don't got to pretend.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
All right.
At least I think.
All right.
Okay, we're moving on here. The lady realizes I was like, oh, this is a famous misunderstanding where she's just going to say, Cordelia, you dumb bitch, shut up. I'm diving a baby. And she's not going to know that about all the danger outside. But then she sees the danger outside. And Cordelia's like, I'm actually super duper strong and stuff, so just leave it to me. But she's scared and stuff. And then they see her, and she's got a little cricket bat. Don't know where she got that from. And a pan. You know stuff about cricket?
I feel like this is like a chopping board or something. Me too.
Yeah, I guess.
Holding in her hand, something. But yeah, I thought this was like really cool. It's like she's got a little sword and shield, but they're like cooking instruments because she's a woman.
Those are great Pokemon games, but that's besides the point. Oh, and they're calling her a guy, and that's not really cool. You know.
Yeah.
Right, EliteAri?
Yeah.
Anyway, you're a bit slow on that one. I don't know.
Don't worry, we're gonna turn it on its head soon, and it's gonna be a great payoff to all of my negging. I'm reading things. Oh yeah, if you eat bread, that bread stuff, you get to be this tall. That was a funny gag. We love these killer Lindo blokes.
Maybe it's the bread.
Funny. How what?
Maybe it's that bread. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But though they called it edible trees before, didn't they?
Yeah, that's like wheat, I think. Or maybe that's lettuce. Remember the lettuces in Vinland Saga and they were drawn really nice? That was pretty cool. Then I bet Jarkey Bacon was like, actually, they're probably cabbages. And I said, no, they're lettuces because they're better than cabbages.
Let's just not talk about that anymore.
Oh my god, this is the point. This is the point. This is the one where we turn it on her head. Transness is about self-ID, right, EliteAri? Right, you support trans people and you agree with that? Good. And then Cordelia says, I'm a man after all here. Uh-oh.
All right.
So just
Wait, you want me to say something?
Just say that Cordelia is a man, EliteAri. Go ahead, say it.
I think Cordelia is whatever she wants to be.
So self-ID is important.
Yes.
So you just betrayed your idol Destiny just now, EliteAri. You disagree with him? You're gonna jump?
Hey, Destiny is not my idol. I definitely don't agree with him on everything.
Oh my god, he does.
Wait, I think okay. So what Kyle is referencing right now is, I think in a previous discussion we talked about how, or I think I suggested that I don't think Cordelia is trans because she didn't choose or something initially. Like it was forced on her. Yeah, like her mother forcefully raised her as yeah.
And then Kyle came up with the thing is that it may be problematic because then she realizes that she actually does want to be a man, and then she detransitions or whatever. Then that's like problematic or whatever. So
yeah, so I'm saying that I'm on whatever Cordelia wants to choose. She can be whatever.
Cordelia is a detransitioner. Oh my god, Vinland Saga just gets more and more problematic. Now you may remember, everybody remembers this. There's a famous EliteAri stream where him and the great SICKKKKK, my idol. I love SICKKKKK. He's my favorite orbiter. You guys suck. And they talk about Doctor Who and about this episode of Doctor Who or something where there's some confusion about a non-binary / trans character. And their conclusion was, we don't know. Is it that the author doesn't understand transness? Or is it that the author understands transness so much that it's just going over our heads? It's probably the first one with fucking Vinland Saga, huh? You more probably heard about trans people. Or, was like, I should try that.
As you've talked before, because this was in chapter, if you want to go back to it, chapter, the one wherever Gudrun was talking about, like women and stuff, and then like Cordelia reveals the sword, because this is another time Cordelia came up. I think it's more commenting on like gender and how that works in the Viking world rather than making a trans character.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I think that's the conclusion we came to.
Because old Yukimura has been very like, I don't think it's gender role specific or just gender stereotype. Remember Jarkey Bacon's least favorite scene where all the girls hated war and all the boys liked war? It was very segmented, and sort of the mindsets. So he's very, well, there's a fucking word for this. It's not gender idealist. It's not gender essentialist. It's something like that.
Gender abolitionist?
No, definitely not. The opposite of that. But, yeah. So putting that and being like, I guess that it is like a different to our modern sort of Western discussions around what is gender, whereas maybe the thesis in Vinland Saga is that gender is a performative thing, but like if you are against war, you are a woman, or you are a man if you are for war. Now, obviously, that would make Thorfinn our favorite trans protagonist in manga history. But there's weird things like that.
I think it's more kind of highlighting that like Cordelia's character shows that you can be, biologically speaking, the most primed for war and wanting to do war because she's Thorkel's daughter, right?
Yeah.
Biologically speaking, that is the most warlike character in the series. And if a character basically showing that this love of war is a cultural thing.
Yeah.
It's something that can be changed. It's not something inherent to gender or sex. Okay, maybe men tend to be more aggressive, like, and stuff like that, or whatever. Like, yes, but it's not like we have to love war. It's like goes back to when Ivor was like, Thorfinn, you're the odd one out. Men love war.
Yeah.
Love war is to be manly. And Cordelia is basically kind of saying, like, as a concept, I mean, it's one of those things where initially you're like, you see her introduced and you're like, hang on, is this like meant to be a gag character? Like, oh, haha, let's.
Yeah, this discussion is as old as Cordelia is. Like, I remember doing the first chapter review when she was introduced, and we were literally having this, does Yukimura really get what a trans person is discussion then? So
yeah.
And that was like 4 years ago.
And it's one of those things. Yeah, and it's like initially you're like, well, we'll just have to wait and see. And I think we're still kind of there, but we're kind of getting more clarification now, where it's like, here she says, "I am a man after all," and she's like trying to big herself up and being like,
yeah, it can also just be self-doubt. Like,
this is what I'm meant to do. This is this. Like, she's trying to convince herself and amp herself up and being like, hey, like I've got to do this now. I've got to be a man. I've got to do the manly thing, right?
Yeah, she's sort of resigning herself.
Everybody tells me that I am. What they all think I am, because they're always like, oh, everybody thinks I'm the greatest warrior. You know, everybody thinks I'm strong or whatever. And then that goes into the next chapter where they talk a lot about strength. And actually, she gets strength from the stereotypically motherly instincts, from her mother giving her life for her child, from hearing the baby being born.
Yeah, it's sort of a self-sacrificial thing.
Contributes. Yeah, and so then it's actually what gave her the strength, what gave Cordelia strength, which counters this. It's not the manly urge to be.
She didn't fight him off.
To just love war. Is the protecting motherly thing, which, kind of, yeah. So yeah, it's like, yeah, it's an interesting like, I think it's actually quite interesting, like, character, and how it like weaves into the whole, very. Gender does come up a lot in Vinland Saga, and like male roles, and it's always kind of bit like it's always kind of under the surface, like it's all throughout Farmland arc and stuff, and Kessel and his sons and family and how that dynamic works about like what a man should be and what a man shouldn't be. It does a lot of focus on masculinity, basically. So
yeah, because there are these elements of sort of like progressivism in Vinland Saga, but there's also a lot of like sort of traditional family value stuff in Vinland Saga too. So it's kind of interesting in that sense. Like having a trans character be sort of accepted by a community and stuff is like a very progressive thing, or the toxic masculinity stuff is sort of a very progressive thing. But then like Thorfinn and Gudrid getting married and like them having a kid and that being sort of like this domestic, like it's sort of like what do you call it? Romanticized. God, I'm smart. By the narrative and stuff like that. And Yukimura is always talking about how much he loves his wife and his family and like everything you ever read of him. So it's like this fucking traditional simp
Carl,
bitch.
Did you ever watch the what is it, the Giga interview?
No, I did not.
Because Yukimura in it asks him at one point, "Oh, do you have any kids?" And Giga's like, "Oh no, I don't." Like, kind of thing. It's one of those like weird awkward things.
And he said, "It's your job."
Yeah, and then he hits him. He punches it. I have an enemy now. And
he resorts to violence.
Yeah. No, but no. He says something like, "Oh, don't worry, you're still young," which is like almost weirdly telling us like it's like Yukimura single-handedly is trying to increase the Japanese population.
Yeah.
Save the population crisis. But yeah,
so
I think it's pretty clear that like for like Yukimura, like becoming a father was like life-changing, which is very common for a lot of people. But like it is very prevalent throughout his work, where it's almost like, as you say, it is like so like. To be fair, like I guess Hild is like motherly. Like lots of the female characters are motherly, but Hild's like a teacher and a mentor in her own way. It's like there are like
smart. See, that's more progressivism. A smart girl. That would never happen.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, yeah. Anyway, it's one of those things where. There are clearly like Yukimura has like there hasn't been like a proper female warrior, I don't think in the whole series. Hild's the closest we've got, and it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, like Yukimura's like, yeah, women wouldn't want to fight him more or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, so it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, there's maybe a couple of like, ooh, that's a bit yikes.
Fuck EliteAri, you idiot. I had 3 things to say while Bacon was monologuing that I was going to say at the end, and I forgot all of them.
Nice.
I hate it when that happens. Anyway, EliteAri, me and Jarkey Bacon just, thematically analyzing things over here about gender and politics. And you got nothing to say, huh?
I agree with the idea about how Vinland Saga is commenting on the cultural nature of the desire for violence, and I agree. Good stuff.
Violence is cool, though. Vinland Saga's wrong.
Cool.
And then they shoot arrows at her.
Yeah.
And she drops the cricket bat. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the facial expression she has, I'm like, oh, Cordelia.
Yeah, she's very sad.
She just kind of cows.
And then she wants somebody to save her mommy or Thorfinn. And that's how we end the chapter.
Yeah. Then we start the next chapter. this month's chapter with Ivor and Sturk being like, "Ooh, the big house is on fire. Let's go towards it," like they planned, like we talked earlier. And Sturk is thinking to himself, I mean, I love the plan panel with the sword. It's like they've all got their axes and stuff, and they're like, Sturk is like, I've got a bad feeling about this. Doesn't feel right. So he knows something's up.
He's onto the plan here, you know. He knows how all the Garm clones think since he is one. So he's onto his plan.
True, yeah. Yeah, and then we get the Cordelia flashback, but I kind of like that. It's like a kind of mix of like her interpreting current reality as well in there.
Yeah.
It's like she's just kind of shutting down mentally. And this is big. This is the first time we see Cordelia's mother's face. In every
and her fate.
Like darkened down.
Oh my god, that's another F word that has 4 letters. You don't want to know another F word with 4 letters?
What?
Shut up, EliteAri. Sometimes you gotta leave things subtle. You gotta leave the punchline unsaid to laugh. EliteAri doesn't understand comedy.
I feel like I missed the joke. I don't even
Fuck EliteAri. Fuck has 4 letters and it starts with F, and it's very funny, and it's the first one you think of.
I thought it was a Vinland Saga thing. Okay.
Yeah. Garm starts with an F and has 4 letters. EliteAri, you moron.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baby Cordelia is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the cutest kid. Actually, cuter than Carly, maybe. We'll have to see.
Thought he nearly said cuter than Kyle for a second. I was gonna get mad.
No, Gudrun, when she was a kid,
cute.
she was very cute in the beach scene.
Oh, that's true. She had the teddy bear as well.
Yep.
Young Thorfinn's pretty cute, but then it's like old.
No, he's not. He's a little shit.
Yukimura.
I don't like young Thorfinn at all. He killed doors.
And then we got our first double-page spread since the atomic bomb. Crazy.
Really? Oh, I love atomic bombs. Atomic bombs are the best. Much better than this one.
But there was a double-page spread, which was like half double page, where it was all the people dying of the illness in like chapter 200, which was only 8 pages long. But this is the first one. It's a pretty big deal. Yeah.
So I guess we're talking about all this. The flashback, you know, Vinland Saga's flashbacks, Garm's flashback, greatest flashback of all time. Every other Vinland Saga flashback, pretty cool. There was once an arc that was a flashback. I wonder where it got that from. Berserk, anybody? Anyway, I'm not saying nothing, you know, just a copycat clone Vinland Saga we're reading over here.
The thing is, can you be a copycat if you're better?
Yes. But too bad Vinland Saga don't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Anyway, my point is here, this flashback almost gets to the point where you're like, oh, this is really cool. And then it sort of is missing something. And because I was like, man, I was reminded here. Because we start with this Cordelia shot with the background's not in. I swear this is how the Garm one. No, the Garm one starts when he gets his head gets hit back and it's like a match cut down.
Yeah.
But Yukimori's done this fucking flashback, like no background shot before. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure there's other examples. And then there's a long shot of the mother, and it's like, oh, this is sort of like a weird dreamy sequence flashback kind of thing inside her head, crazy thing. Yeah, something like that.
Chapter 93, the birth of a warrior.
Yeah, but I'm gonna roll here, Bacon. Okay, before I forget.
Cool, sorry.
And then I was like, oh yeah, this is when like Vinland Saga is like good and stuff. Like it has like these really creative sort of like visual things, and it's gonna come up with like a metaphor and stuff here. It's gonna be really good. And it didn't quite get there. But then we get to this double page spread about this baby I don't care about being born, and sort of how it's like remember the rumbling? That was pretty sick, and we had like text on the screen to like do sound and stuff, and how it was formatted into the pages were really cool and stuff. It's just like that, but it's the baby screaming, and you're like, oh my god, the baby's been born. And you're like, this is like one of those Vinland Saga panel things where it's like really, really good, and you're like, oh, look at that, bro. And it's not just because of the art, it's because of the form. It's like the atomic bomb. You just like change that, and you're like, oh, that's fucking sick, bro. This is the greatest manga of all time. And the next page, the baby's like right there. And you're like, oh, this is fucking cool. Look at this imagery and stuff. Vinland Saga's like good at imagery. That's the word I've been looking for the last 2 minutes. Why didn't you say something, EliteAri? And then you're like, oh, this is really sick. So I guess it got me with this dumb baby being born when the flashback didn't quite do it all. And it wasn't one of my favorites. But yeah, I was like, oh, Vinland Saga's pretty cool and stuff. And then we got some modern Vinland Saga stuff with Cordelia just flexing and all the arrows coming out. And I was like, man, if you don't like Yamiya, you're not going to like this one. Uh-oh. And yeah, and then I was like, oh, this is just Vinland Saga. You know?
Kyle, did you like the back shot? Did that do something for you?
No. It's hunched over, and it's like the line is supposed to, like, you're supposed to bend the other way to make it sexy.
I think this just says you aren't.
I'm not a chaser because I'm an actual ally.
You're not an ally.
I am an ally. Want me to go through my Twitter likes? There's some girls with penises in there, and then naked Jarkey Bacon. So fuck you.
Okay.
Just destroyed him, Harley.
Yeah, and then all the arrows fall out. They'll be flexing and that.
Wait, you're not going to talk about this fucking dumb baby?
Oh, you said it. You said it great, Kyle.
Oh, I'm just a genius.
Yeah,
I guess.
Let
me say that when. No, we go back a few pages to before the double page spread, and there's like a whoa, whoa. I thought that was Cordelia crying. Until we actually see the baby.
Oh my god, it's on that page too. This is crazy. It's interrupting the flashback. That's my favorite thing when they cross over. Oh my god, EliteAri, I didn't notice that. You're a genius. I'm glad. This is why you're here, EliteAri. Yes. Soy. My favorite. I agree. That's right. Okay, now I'm scared. Why isn't somebody saying something? Why is this not working? There goes the internet again. This is fucked! I'm not recording this fucking shit again. Oh my god, it's connected. Oh my god, they're about to... It's gonna work. Hold on, now I gotta launch Discord again because of the fucking piece of shit thing. Oh my god. Shut up, Jarkey Bacon, I'm back. I love Vinland Saga. We're back, chat. They actually weren't doing a bit when I just said that right now because they heard my end of it because fuck you, Jarkey Bacon, fuck you, EliteAri. We've also got like 5 minutes left to wrap this stuff up. So Jarkey Bacon, anything you were saying just now, you gotta repeat. Quickly. We're ending.
Okay, so hang on. So I was saying about how I thought the baby was black. Did you get that? Did you get that far, Kyle?
No, I didn't hear nothing about that. That's just rash and it's red.
Yeah, exactly. But when I first saw it, I was like, how did Gudrun have an affair with Paul Mug or something?
Now, this is truly progressive. Polyamory in now Vinland Saga. We love it.
Crazy. It doesn't work, though, because it didn't work for Destiny. Anyway, second
another reference. Sick. Oh, that was a Swedish girl. That's one of those Nordic ones. Oh, we're tying everything in.
Like Arnid.
Oh, true. Like Arnid. But she's not as nice as Arnid, right? So... She's bad,
Maybe
right?
Not.
No, we love her. She's great.
Is Destiny bad?
We hate Destiny.
Okay, sorry. We hate Destiny. Sorry. And then then we had the Cordelia Canute moment, which I was saying is either the best thing about Vinland Saga or the worst thing, depending on who you are, because
well,
that's how it be.
She had a mean face, and then she didn't fight them. So I don't know. Are we ever going to see this side of her again? She just sort of like postured them away, and then they were like, forget it, let's leave. Like, I feel like she'll be back to being really timid, right? Like, immediately next chapter. She'll be like, did I really just do that?
Maybe. I reckon she'll be exhausted. She'll actually have been like quite a bit of blood and would take him quite a bit out of her.
Oh, yeah, she's going to collapse.
It's like a permanent change.
Just like Thorfinn, she's been stabbed. That's crazy. What parallel does that mean?
But the thing is, so what do you, like, did you guys have any issues? Like, it was basically I guess the biggest issue with this chapter that people like, it wasn't like, oh, Cordelia's like, it wasn't anything to do with Cordelia being trans. It was more like, like this felt like a Deus Ex Machina. She just like, we thought she was gonna die. And to be fair, the flashback kind of suggests it because her mother died for the sake of her child, and you're like, oh, Cordelia then sees the child and it's like, oh, I'll die for the sake of this child. Maybe you could think. But then Cordelia kind of just shrugs off any attack and changes very quickly. And then, anyway.
People complaining about plot conveniences should kill themselves. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I know that's your.
EliteAri agrees with me.
Did you feel like that at all? Or?
No, I didn't even have one little mini thought about that. I didn't even think people would be mad about that.
Wait, what was the question again?
The people, EliteAri, these fucking sub-IQ Vinland Saga fans are like, man, that came out of nowhere. How did Cordelia just do that?
Nope, they're all wrong. This is the greatest thing that's happened in quite a while, I think.
God, I can rely on EliteAri. He's so smart.
Because it's kind of symbolic as well. Like maybe Cordelia is this strong, maybe she isn't, but it doesn't matter. It's all about the strength of her resolve. Like when she grabbed the pole, she's like, "I'm not moving, no matter what." Doesn't matter how strong she actually is. They might have killed her here, they might not have, but it doesn't matter because she's gonna stay there regardless. And I thought it was really cool.
But what would your arch nemesis Mauler think of this scene, EliteAri? He would be like, why was the symbolism manifesting in the textual layer to protect her like some plot convenience?
Perhaps, yeah.
I bet Futurama did this scene, but good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also like, I think it's quite interesting how I actually really like this spear guy because he's had like such solid characterization in such a short amount of time for who he is. He's like quite smart. He's figured that like, okay, well now they've got resolve, and she's massive. So even if like, okay, it will just take so much time to get through her, and we know that there's a baby inside. So then why would there necessarily be a sword inside? Like we're here for the sword. Like he's here with a distinct purpose, and he's like, well, let's just go to a different house. It's not worth it. And it's like other people are like, hang on, wait, we can just 1v10 this guy, and it's like, and he's like, well,
you will die.
That guy, yeah, Cordelia looks strong, and it's like, and then he says she's probably the Nord's strongest warrior, which is like a callback to
no, that's the dumb short guy,
first.
You idiot. Doesn't understand.
But then, like when Pulmug first saw them, like when the newest introducer, they also highlight Cordelia, and be like, wow.
Looks can be deceiving. A classic thematic message.
Yeah. God,
Thorfinn so cool.
And there's also something to be said about these are stone spears, and while it may not necessarily be like, what is it, correct? Like historically correct, like, because flint still hurts. It's like being presented as like, no, the steel sword of the Norse is super strong because of the symbolic nature that it's trying to go. So it's not 100% historically accurate.
It's not as strong as solid muscle.
This is why metal.
Muscle.
That's why they want the sword. So yeah.
If I flexed and somebody tried to stab me, wouldn't even penetrate, just like Cordelia.
So predictions, everybody, real quick.
We got 2 minutes. EliteAri, say something smart.
So, I can tell you what's not going to happen, although it would be really cool, which is that, so Ivar runs into Cordelia, and then Cordelia grabs the sword and breaks it in two, and is like, I've had enough of violence, or something. That'd be really cool.
Dude, that's really cool. I reckon, could Cordelia follow them? That's the question. I don't think so, would she?
She's there
to defend the baby, that's it. The baby is not getting harmed.
Yeah, I can't wait till Goopy, whatever his face.
Whoa! What did Jockey Bacon just say? That's a slur.
Ivar.
I thought EliteAri was the problematic one.
And then I think that'll be a really cool confrontation. And it's like, okay, this is actually Ivar's moment. This is really character defining for him as well. We're getting like big character moments back to back to back. For a lot of the smaller characters as well, which is really nice. And then, or what I actually think will happen next chapter, we'll go back to Hild and Thorfinn. I feel like that we're gonna flip back to them. So, and then we're gonna have to wait a bit longer. So,
but the teaser thing is about Goopy over here. Where is he headed next?
Yeah, true.
Those can be misleading.
They've done that before, though.
Yeah,
those can be very misleading.
Okay, I'm on 6% battery. Any final super duper thoughts? Keep it to a sentence or less. No's a good one.
Vinland Saga, very fun. I like you.
Oh no,
see you in 2 months.
Or see you in about 3 months minimum, 4 months maybe. Yippee?
Yeah.
Yippee.
Oh my god, it's like a Star Wars reference. EliteAri loves Star Wars. What a little dork. I love Vinland Saga personally. But, chat, we'll be back someday in the future. Once we will assemble again, unless, like, EliteAri dies or something. He's had a few surgeries or something. They could, like, combust inside of him and he could, like, die or something. Unless that's the case, we'll probably be back at some point to talk about, hopefully, 4 chapters, Maybe, like, 5 chapters. Yukimura's going to release one every week coming up to the finale here. It's going to be crazy. But with all that being said, for EliteAri, for Jarkey Bacon, for Kyle Entertainment, for Sicklet, for Mir, for everybody, support links in the description below. Their spawn links aren't in there. Don't look for them. Jarkey Bacon's will be. EliteAri's will be. But not Sicklet and Mia. That was just a joke. Thanks!